5 hidden travel risks seniors over 70 must prepare for before their next trip. The hidden risks of senior travel that nobody talks about. Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world after 70, embracing new cultures, savoring breathtaking landscapes, and finally ticking off the destinations you've longed to see? Retirement is meant to be a time of adventure, a well-earned reward for decades of hard work. However, before you pack your bags, there's something most seniors don't consider until it's too late. Traveling at this stage in life comes with hidden risks that can turn a dream vacation into a stressful, even dangerous ordeal. While younger travelers can adapt quickly to new environments, senior travel requires a different level of attention and preparation. Your body is not as resilient as it once was, and challenges like unexpected health emergencies, infections, exhaustion, accidents, and financial pitfalls can arise without warning. What seems like a simple getaway can suddenly become overwhelming, leaving you physically drained and financially stressed instead of refreshed and inspired. Imagine boarding a flight, excited for your long-awaited cruise, only to find yourself struggling with unexpected fatigue, dizziness, or worse, a medical emergency in a foreign country where quality healthcare is difficult to access. Picture walking through a historic city when an unexpected fall leaves you in a hospital rather than at a museum. Or consider the stress of realizing that your medical insurance does not cover overseas medical care, leaving you with a shocking hospital bill. These are real challenges that many seniors face, yet few talk about. Take Robert, 75, who always loved to travel. He planned a road trip across the country with his wife, believing they could drive long hours just like they did in their 50s. By the third day, exhaustion hit hard. His stiff joints, trouble sleeping in new places, and an unexpected bout of dehydration made the trip more difficult than he ever imagined. The excitement quickly faded into discomfort, and what should have been an exciting adventure turned into weeks of recovery afterward. But here's the good news. Traveling after 70 is still possible. You just have to approach it differently. It's not about giving up your dreams, but about traveling smarter, safer, and with better awareness of what lies ahead. By understanding the hidden risks of senior travel, you can prevent setbacks, protect your health and finances, and ensure your trip is truly enjoyable rather than exhausting or risky. In this article, we will explore 5 critical risks that every senior traveler should be aware of, challenges that could ruin your trip if you're unprepared. From silent health dangers to travel fatigue, financial scams, and unexpected medical emergencies, we'll break down everything you need to know to travel with confidence, stay safe, and make the most of your adventures. So, before you book that next flight or cruise, take a moment to prepare. The right information can mean the difference between a vacation filled with joy and memories or one filled with stress and regret. Let's dive in. Number 1, increased health risks, dangers, and medical emergencies. The hidden hazard lurking behind every experience. Travel is an exciting adventure. However, after 70, your body doesn't always keep up with your spirit. What feels like a minor discomfort at home can escalate into a full-blown emergency when you're miles away from your doctor, your pharmacy, or a reliable hospital. Many seniors expect they'll be fine, only to find themselves in situations they never predicted. Ones that could turn a holiday into a life-threatening crisis. Take Eleanor, 73, a lifelong traveler who prided herself on her good health. She had always been active, so when she booked a trip to South America, she didn't think twice. But after a long-haul flight, something felt off. Her legs were swollen, her chest felt tight. She brushed it off as travel fatigue. Within hours, she was in a hospital with a life-threatening blood clot. Doctors told her she had deep vein thrombosis, DVT, a condition that affects many seniors on long flights. Had she delayed seeking help, the outcome could have been far worse. The reality is, age changes how our bodies react to travel. Long flights increase the risk of DVT and circulation problems. High altitudes and new climates can put pressure on the heart and lungs, especially for those with pre-existing conditions. Even slight dehydration, which younger travelers recover from quickly, can cause confusion, dizziness, or even fainting in older adults. Something as simple as a stomach bug can lead to severe dehydration, hospitalization, and ruined travel plans. Worse yet, many seniors assume their health insurance will cover them abroad, only to find out too late that they are responsible for thousands of dollars in medical bills. An emergency evacuation from a remote location can cost tens of thousands. One sudden illness or fall could leave you not only in pain, but financially devastated. So, how do you stay safe? First, visit your doctor before traveling, discuss your destination, get a thorough checkup, and ask about potential risks. If you take medication, bring extra doses in your carry-on and research how to refill prescriptions abroad. Stay hydrated, move around regularly during flights, and listen to your body. Most importantly, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies and evacuations. Your health is your greatest asset. Protecting it is the key to enjoying every adventure without worry. The world is still yours to explore, but it's time to travel smarter, not riskier. If you've made it this far, it shows you're serious about protecting your health while traveling. Type number 1 in the comments to let us know you're here and committed to safer adventures. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss out on important tips that help you travel with confidence and peace of mind. Your support means everything to us. Now, let's move on to the next hidden danger every senior traveler must know. Number 2, higher exposure to infections and contaminants, the invisible threat that could ruin your trip. Airports, airplanes, crowded markets, and unfamiliar restaurants. Everyone is a breeding higher exposure to infections and contaminants, the invisible threat that could ruin your trip. Airports, airplanes, crowded markets, and unfamiliar restaurants. All are breeding grounds for viruses, bacteria, and foodborne illnesses. For younger travelers, a minor cold or stomach bug is a quick inconvenience. However, for seniors, these infections can lead to severe complications, hospitalizations, and even long-term health setbacks. What starts as a dream vacation can quickly turn into days or even weeks of misery. Take Harold, 76, who had always dreamed of visiting Italy. He spent months planning, eager to enjoy world-famous cuisine and explore historic landmarks. But within days of arrival, he developed a persistent cough, fever, and body aches. A visit to a local doctor confirmed the worst. He had contracted pneumonia, likely from exposure to an unfamiliar strain of bacteria. Instead of sightseeing, he spent the rest of his trip bedridden in a hotel room, struggling to recover far from home. The reality is, seniors have weaker immune systems. As we age, our bodies don't fight off infections as efficiently as they once did. That means exposure to germs on airplane tray tables, contaminated hotel surfaces, or even a handshake from a fellow traveler can result in a severe illness. Respiratory infections like the flu, pneumonia, or COVID-19 are particularly dangerous, and gastrointestinal illnesses from contaminated food and water can lead to severe dehydration. And it's not just airborne germs. Food safety is a major risk. A salad washed in local tap water, undercooked seafood, or even ice cubes in a drink can introduce harmful bacteria that your body is not used to. A simple meal could turn into a week-long battle with food poisoning, ruining your entire trip. So, how can you protect yourself? First, be proactive about hygiene. Wash your hands regularly, carry hand sanitizer, and avoid touching your face in public places. Wear a mask in crowded areas like airports, especially during flu season. Second, be cautious with food. Only drink bottled water, avoid raw or undercooked dishes, and eat at reputable restaurants. Finally, talk to your doctor about recommended vaccines for your destination. Prevention is always easier than treatment. You've worked too hard to let an unexpected illness ruin your travels. With the right precautions, you can explore the world with confidence without worrying about invisible threats standing in your way. Number 3, travel fatigue and recovery challenges when the journey drains more than it gives. Travel is supposed to be exhilarating, but for seniors, it often becomes exhausting, overwhelming, and harder to recover from than expected. What once felt like an exciting adventure in your younger years can now leave you drained, stiff, and struggling to regain energy sometimes long after the trip is over. Take Linda, 74, who had always been a traveler at heart. She and her husband booked a 2-week European getaway, eager to explore historic sites and enjoy scenic train rides. But after a 10-hour flight, endless airport lines, and adjusting to a 7-hour time difference, Linda found herself physically worn out before the trip had even started. By the second day, jet lag, swollen joints, and sheer exhaustion had taken over. Instead of enjoying the sights, she spent much of the trip feeling travel fatigue and recovery challenges when the journey drains more than it gives. Travel is supposed to be exhilarating, but for seniors, it often becomes exhausting, overwhelming, and harder to recover from than expected. What once felt like an exciting adventure in your younger years can now leave you feeling sluggish, unable to fully appreciate the experience. The reality is, travel fatigue is different after 70. The body takes longer to recover from long flights, unfamiliar beds, disrupted sleep schedules, and constant activity. What used to be an easy day of sightseeing can now feel like a marathon. A lack of proper rest can lead to weakened immunity, dizziness, or even an increased risk of falls. Sleep is another challenge. Unfamiliar hotel beds, noisy environments, and changing time zones make restful sleep harder to come by. And when you don't sleep well, your coordination, focus, and energy levels suffer, making travel even more exhausting. So, how can you travel without feeling like you need a vacation to recover from your vacation? The key is pacing yourself. Instead of jam-packed itineraries, allow for rest days between major activities. Choose direct flights whenever possible. Stay in comfortable hotels and avoid overloading your schedule. Stay hydrated, eat nourishing foods, and listen to your body when it tells you to slow down. Travel should enhance your life, not leave you feeling worse than when you left. With the right adjustments, you can enjoy the adventure without the exhaustion. If you've made it this far, it means you're committed to traveling smarter, safer, and with more energy to truly enjoy your adventures. Type number 3 in the comments to let us know you're here and prioritizing your well-being on the road. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss out on valuable insights to help you travel with confidence and vitality. Your support means the world to us. Now, let's move on to the next hidden danger every senior traveler should know. Number 4, higher risk of falls and injuries. One misstep can change everything. Traveling is meant to be an adventure, but one unexpected fall can turn it into a nightmare. As we age, our reflexes slow, our balance isn't what it used to be, and our bones become more fragile. What could have been a minor stumble years ago can now result in a fractured hip, an extended hospital stay, or even a permanent loss of mobility. And the worst part? It can happen in an instant. Take Walter, 78, who had always dreamed of walking the streets of Paris. One evening, after a long day of sightseeing, he stepped onto a cobblestone street. His foot caught an uneven stone, and in a split second he fell hard. The result? A broken wrist, a trip to a foreign hospital, and a vacation spent in pain instead of joy. The dream trip he had waited years for was suddenly over. The reality is, travel environments are unpredictable. Slippery cruise ship decks, dimly lit staircases, uneven sidewalks, and unfamiliar hotel layouts all pose hidden risks that seniors may not recognize until it's too late. Even something as simple as stepping out of a taxi onto an unstable curb can lead to serious injury. Fatigue makes it even worse. When you're tired, your reaction time slows, coordination weakens, and your risk of falling increases. Add in swollen feet from long flights carrying heavy luggage or rushing to catch a tour bus, and it's easy to see why so many seniors experience falls while traveling. So, how can you stay safe? First, choose destinations that are senior-friendly with smooth walkways, good lighting, and easy accessibility. Wear strong, non-slip footwear. Fashion should never come before safety. Take your time, use handrails, and never be afraid to ask for assistance. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you're tired, rest. If a path seems unstable, find another way. Your mobility is your freedom. Protect it. A smart traveler isn't the one who rushes through a trip, but the person who makes it home safe, healthy, and ready for the next adventure. Number 5. Travel insurance and financial risks, the hidden costs that can ruin more than just your trip. A well-planned vacation should bring joy, adventure, and unforgettable memories, not financial disaster. But for many seniors, one unexpected event while traveling can wipe out savings, rack up medical bills, or lead to devastating financial loss. What most people don't realize is that travel insurance is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Take Barbara, 76, who had meticulously saved for her dream trip to Japan. She booked non-refundable flights, prepaid for hotels, and even splurged on a guided tour. But just days before departure, she suffered a minor stroke. She recovered, but her doctor advised against traveling. The heartbreaking part? Without travel insurance, she lost every penny, thousands of dollars gone in an instant. Now imagine being overseas and facing a medical emergency. Many seniors assume their regular health insurance will cover them abroad, but most policies do not. An unexpected hospital stay, emergency surgery, or worse, a medical evacuation back home can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Without proper coverage, you're left with two options. Pay an astronomical bill out of pocket. Go without the care you desperately need. And it's not just medical costs. Seniors are prime targets for travel scams. Fake vacation deals, overpriced taxis, credit card fraud, or even pickpocketing can drain your finances before you even realize what's happening. A lifetime of careful saving can vanish in moments if you're not prepared. So, how do you protect yourself? First, never travel without insurance. Choose a comprehensive policy that covers medical emergencies, trip cancellations, lost luggage, and evacuations. Read the fine print. Not all policies cover pre-existing conditions. Second, book through reputable sources. If a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. Third, stay financially smart while abroad. Use credit cards with fraud protection, avoid carrying large amounts of cash, and be mindful of where and how you spend. You've spent a lifetime building financial security. Don't let one trip put it at risk. A well-planned adventure is one where you return home with memories, not debt. Travel smart, protect your finances, and enjoy every journey without unnecessary worry. Travel smart, stay safe, and make every trip worthwhile. Traveling after 70 isn't about giving up adventure, it's about embracing it with wisdom. You've spent decades building a life full of experiences, resilience, and cherished memories. Now, as you explore the world, it's essential to do so with awareness, preparation, and care. The reality is, travel at this stage of life requires more than just enthusiasm, needs thoughtful planning, smart decision-making, and a focus on well-being. Ignoring the risks can turn a dream journey into a catastrophe, but taking the right precautions ensures every adventure is filled with joy, safety, and ease. So, ask yourself, are you truly prepared? Do you have the right health insurance? Have you planned for rest days? Are you protecting yourself from travel scams? These questions may not seem exciting, but answering them can mean the difference between an unforgettable journey and an avoidable setback. But here's the good news. With the right mindset and careful preparation, you can still see the world, experience new cultures, and make lasting memories. The secret is traveling smarter, not harder. Choose destinations that fit your needs. Pace yourself, protect your health, and most importantly, prioritize safety without sacrificing the fun of exploration. Because at the end of the day, travel should enrich your life, not take away from it. The world is still yours to explore, just do it the right way. Your next adventure awaits, but travel wisely. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that travel after 70 isn't about fear, it's about being prepared. Every challenge we've discussed isn't meant to stop you from exploring, but to empower you to travel smarter, safer, and with greater confidence. Life is meant to be lived fully, and the world is still yours to discover. As long as you, heavy checkmark, prioritize your health. Heavy checkmark, protect your finances. Heavy checkmark, respect your limits. You can continue to travel with joy and ease. The best trips aren't the ones packed with endless activities. They're the ones where you feel present, energized, and at peace. Choose experiences that bring you joy. Embrace moments of rest, and never let poor planning steal the magic of your adventures. Travel should be a gift, not a burden. Plan wisely, move at your own pace, and create memories that enrich your life. If this message resonated with you, type 111 in the comments to show your commitment to safer, smarter travel. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss out on valuable insights to make your golden years truly golden. Your support means the world to us. Stay inspired, stay adventurous, and we'll see you in the next video.